Hello, I am Father John David Van Doren, the rector of Church of the Atonement here in the Edgewater community in Chicago, Illinois. And I invite you to the liturgies of Holy Week. For over 20 centuries, the Church has prepared step by step in minute detail this sacred experience. The promise is this, that when we bring our feet to these sacred liturgies, beginning with Palm Sunday, then Maundy, Thursday, Good Friday, and Holy Saturday, that we call the Sacred Triduum, our souls follow our feet. And our souls become enriched and blessed, no matter their condition, whether we feel our souls are spiritually strong, spiritually numb, or even if we think they're spiritually dead, they soak in these liturgies, and they are enriched and made more ready for the mystery and the miracle that we call Easter. Please join us, and thank you. The celebration of Holy Week at Church of the Atonement centers on its key days. The services, the colors, and the liturgy are all arranged to represent what happens during Holy Week. The days of Holy Week were the last days of Jesus on earth. And it started with the triumphant entrance into Jerusalem. On Sunday, March 20th, we celebrate Palm Sunday and recall the triumphant entry of Jesus into Jerusalem. We make a procession around the block here in Edgewater, commemorating that triumphant entry. Once we return, the celebrant will knock 3 times with the processional cross on the west door of the church, representing Christ entering Jerusalem, his welcome on that first Palm Sunday. The vestments are red, the church is light and bright. Palm Sunday is a day of celebration during the Liturgy of the Palms, but it contrasts with the Liturgy of the Passion. The Eucharist and conclusion are in stark and vivid contrast to the beginning of the service. The Thursday before Easter we call Maundy Thursday, from the Latin Mandatum Novum, meaning a new commandment, after the Gospel reading of the day. During the service, the cross is covered in white linen, and white and gold vestments are worn. The evening celebration includes the washing of worshippers' feet, following the example set by Jesus at the Last Supper. Communion is given in remembrance of the Last Supper of Jesus and the disciples. Afterwards, the sacrament is taken to a place of reservation in preparation for Good Friday. Then comes the stripping of the altar and all its furnishings, as Christ himself was stripped, followed by prayerful watch for at least an hour in the church. It is a time of sorrow, and we leave in silence. On Good Friday, we remember the death of Jesus. Good Friday is a continuation of the Maundy Thursday liturgy, and it begins in silence. The church has been stripped bare. All vestments are black. There is no communion on the main altar. Jesus has been removed from the world. The moving veneration of the cross of Jesus is done, with the faithful approach to pay homage, and the priests say the solemn collects, the solemn prayers. Communion is then given from the reserved sacrament from Maundy Thursday. Jesus has left the world, and again we leave in silence. The great vigil of Easter is the culmination of the sacred celebration of Holy Week and the beginning of the celebration of the Lord's resurrection. It begins in darkness. A new holy fire is prepared, and this fire is shared with the congregation's candles. Baptismal vows are renewed, and there are oftentimes baptisms. It begins in silence with key readings from the Old Testament. The moving service proceeds to the glorious proclamation of the Paschal Alleluia. Out of Good Friday's darkness comes light, hope, and life. On Easter Day, Christ has triumphed. At the 11 o'clock a.m. High Mass, we respond with joyful music, complete with full choir and orchestra, and a resplendent church. As we commemorated the 40 days of Lent, the season of Easter lasts for 50 days, during which our church remains bedecked with flowers, and white and gold vestments continue to be worn. We at Church of the Atonement would love to have you join us in this most holy week.